this week being Mental Health Awareness Week, in May being Mental Health Awareness Month, I started thinking more about art, because art on one side is something beautiful, something that is very beneficial for the brain, and it helps you distress, it helps you dream, and at the same time, because I love drawing, and I want to share some opinions about my path, why I became a medical doctor and psychiatrist and neuroscientist, and at the same time how I wanted to be an artist. Both are associated with mental health, and both psychiatry and neuroscience and art can help towards better mental health. They are very different, so I wanted to share my views. When I was a little girl, I loved drawing, and I was drawing a lot, taking classes, and I was seriously thinking of becoming an artist. When I was about 15 years old, we had a long walk in a conversation with my dad, and he asked me what I want to be when I grow up, what profession would I like to choose? And I told him without thinking that I want to be an artist. My dad said, "My girl, art is very beautiful, but if you're an artist, you will be struggling to find ways how to support yourself and your family. So my opinion is better to have a profession, such as a medical doctor, which is a more stable profession, and you can draw in your spare time." "Daddy, but I will miss drawing." "Where? You can draw atlases." And I think it was not so much as an advice, but my dad, although he's very nice and understanding, instilled in us kids that if we are dependent on him, we would have to comply with his choices regarding important matters such as a profession. And when we grow up and we can support ourselves, then we can make important choices for ourselves. But in a way, he thought that if he lets me be an artist, I will not be able to find my way in life, and I will not be able to support myself. So it's his obligation to help me to find a profession where I can be independent. And medicine is very beautiful. I studied biology and chemistry. I loved them, and I became a medical doctor and a neuroscientist. In my research in neuroscience and dopamine receptors, and my interest in psychiatry led me to psychiatry, both research and clinical. So in this way, I get to help people, and I get to help them achieve mental health, which is very satisfying and very enjoyable. At the same time, I feel I need art both as something which lets me relax, something I enjoy, helps me to distress, and to connect with people. For example, Lloyd and I would like to go to an exhibition in an art museum, or I will go with friends or by myself. Art helps me to learn many things about the past, different cultures, lets you dream, lets you experience the world through someone's eyes, so in a way makes you a lot more empathetic. Art can be very meditative. I like to draw sometimes because I'm very expressive and art is a creative outlet. Also, I draw a lot in my work, for papers, for presentations. So in that way, I keep my connection to art. As an example, when I've been sick, I feel like I want to draw, which makes me happier and it helps me to recover better. Once, while home with the flu, I drew a girl skiing in the Alps, and later there was an exhibition at Montefiore several years later, an art exhibition where I participated with my painting. Other examples we do with Lloyd the Mandela Music fundraiser. I draw a lot at home just for enjoyment. I think that if you want to be a good artist, you really have to focus on this with all of your energy, passionately, and sometimes what you find very interesting and what you're passionate about will not appeal to everyone. So you have to be prepared for rejection, that people will not appreciate your art, as there are many examples with famous artists such as Van Gogh, Monet, Gauguin, and many others. If you want to be an artist full-time, you will have to tap into something that is of interest for many people and at the same time enjoy expressing it in your art. And you would also have to have someone to promote your art. For example, Georgia O'Keeffe made beautiful paintings of flowers, and she had Alfred Stieglitz who presented her paintings in the gallery, and in a way made her famous. So art is very beautiful. It lets you develop your brain, and you have to have a special creative brain, which is another whole area that I will not discuss, in order to be able to be an artist, which is the object of study of neuroscience and psychiatry. So for now, I think art helps me to deal with life and to be more renewed for my work as a medical doctor and scientist better. Maybe in the future I will have more time to dedicate to art. I would love to study the effects of art on the brain, and I would love to study further what type of people become excellent artists.